an NFC East battle right up.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, it's an early season Cowboys. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the rookie, the 6th overall pick back in April out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones.
Got it. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go, go, go.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Prescott from the gun. And that's Elliott, complete.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And New York set to take the field. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Jones Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Look at the spin. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Jones throwing complete here to Tate. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. We're scoreless after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Out to the right here to Shepard.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. They'll run with Penny. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Jones now on 3rd and 2. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And now it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Prescott. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the 1st round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from the... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic minded.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, the spark that ignited the Cowboys-Giants rivalry goes back to 1960 when Dallas's first head coach and former New York Giants assistant Tom Landry brought his 0-10 rookie squad into Yankee Stadium. That game would finish a 31-31 tie, the only non-loss in the expansion Cowboys' first season. 6 decades later, still one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL. Heck, even Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett spent 3 seasons in a Giants uniform. And Dallas leads the overall series, including the last 4 meetings. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 14. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Set. 70, Indy. You can't rock me. You can't rock me. You can't rock me.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Get.
2nd and 9 now. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Cody Latimer in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, but they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Complete to Jason Witten. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick back in 2016, started all 48 games in his first 3 years in the NFL, and now making start number 49 to kick off 2019. Prescott finding Witten, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
All day, defense, all day, all day. 26.
This is Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Prescott now completes it right side to Cooper. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. DeMarcus Lawrence. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's Riley Dixon now. Back now in Arlington, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the 2nd half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it in.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Austin. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established himself.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A 1st carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Back to throw. Jones. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And Rosas puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Dak and the Cowboys down by 10, a minute 52 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. To throw is Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Draw play, Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now this one who is looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is. They need to score quickly here on first down. Here's Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Prescott to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Cowboys on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One last shot now for Prescott. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, this was a good one. Excitement all the way to the end. You had the points, and then they were hoping for the miracle there on the onside kick. Couldn't get it recovered, and that was your ball game.
And I'm of the opinion that any time you actually do recover an onside kick, it almost is a miracle. It takes so many things going right to make it happen. It didn't in this case, and they walk off a victor.
So for the Giants, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.